Hey folks, welcome to the Fez Show. My name is Fez, and this is where I get to talk about all of my current hyperfixations. And this week, it's gonna be Hanna-Barbera characters ice skating. You may be wondering, what the heck? There's a Hanna-Barbera ice skating show? And just like you, yes, I'm talking to you specifically, I was shocked to hear this too. Now I'm sure all of you are very familiar with the very popular ice skating show known as Disney on Ice. Look, I've even gone myself. But to sum it up, it's a live ice skating show meant for all ages that has entertained families for countless decades that incorporates real ice skaters and different Disney characters. In the case of the iteration done by Hanna-Barbera, it's a bit different. Instead of a live in-person show, it was a one-time TV special named Hanna-Barbera's All-Star Comedy Ice Revue. Sorry. Now, a lot of you folks are likely familiar with the Hanna-Barbera All-Star series, basically a giant crossover of their popular characters. A good example is Scooby-Doo's All-Star Laugh Olympics. I used to love this growing up. It would always confuse me why all these characters would get together and why they wouldn't get together more often, but hey, I didn't mind even all the sports shenanigans they would get into. But it was super cool. In a similar fashion, they decided to bring together all their All-Stars for this ice skating special, and they weren't kidding when they named this thing, because they got all of the All-Stars in here. We got your good old Jabberjaw, Yogi Bear, Snagglepuss, Huckleberry Hound, Quick Draw McGraw, and a bunch of other popular characters, and others who are not so popular. I'm still going to include them in this montage though. The special was co-produced by Hanna-Barbera Productions and Walt Productions, which funny enough, I actually tried to reach out to the owner of Productions himself to get more information about how this was made, why this was made, especially that. But unfortunately Walt, the owner, died in early 2024. Walt was actually really big in the theater community and he's done a bunch of interviews, so I'm going to link them down below. I think you guys should check them out. He was actually a pretty cool guy. Walt brought some real talent for this TV special, with guest hosts Roy Clark and Bonnie Franklin, and both of them gave us their best. Even if their acting was a little weird because they were talking to mascot costumes, I appreciate that they tried their best. And what's some good hosts without some real talent? They had so many different people here. They had the guy with the other guy, yeah, they were good. We had the Silvers, who I didn't know who they actually were until watching this, and I ended up looking them up, and they were actually pretty good. And then we have some other ice skaters in here, and they were actually really good. Like these kids over here, they were doing their thing, and they were pretty good. And while I was watching this, I was like, man, I wish I could even do half of what they were doing. Well, folks, you might be asking, what would merit getting all of these stars together for one show? And that would be to celebrate our favorite prehistoric caveman on his birthday, Fred Flintstone. And actually, it was supposed to be a roast too. Fred is one lucky guy. Come on, they're doing all of this for this guy? They got world-class performers, wonderful host, and all of his friends in here. And what does Fred do? He forgets. He's surfing through the channels and then he realizes, hey, I'm supposed to be in that special that's airing right now. Let me get over there. Roy and Bonnie are about to start the show and they're confused where Fred is, but the show must go on. While they're trying to stall and wait for Fred, they're going to start some of the performances. But oh wait, they have to deal with Jabberjaw.
Where's Bonnie gone?
Well, she's gone to join the Ice Capades for the special number they have prepared for Fred Flintstone, the big 30s number.
Oh, good. I like her. She's a living dolphin.
I bet you said that on purpose. I should have thrown that one back.
For whatever reason, Jabberjaw's a little jerk in this. The rascal's whole job is to constantly agitate the host and everyone around him, which, to be fair, I actually did find pretty funny just because, you know, it's Jabberjaw and I like his voice. It's pretty funny. But he pisses off Scooby-Doo. How do you do that? It's so hard, and Scooby-Doo has to bully him to shut him up, and now I think they're blood enemies. But moving forward, for whatever reason, in between some of the performances and skits with Jabberjaw, they were pushing a really short-lived Hanna-Barbera series called The Skatebirds during this, and I mean, they were pushing hard. It would just randomly pan to their random shenanigans, and may I say, I really didn't like it. I'm a pretty neutral guy, but I felt like all of their shenanigans were pretty predictable. I felt like a worse version of the Roadrunner vs. Coyote cartoons, and I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to watch all of the episodes and possibly make a video on them, so let me know if you guys are interested in that. But moving forward, let's talk about my favorite section of this, the 2D animation part. And it's just classic Flintstones. We got Barney irritating Fred. We have some jokes that were made decades ago, but they're actually pretty still relevant and funny to this day. And Fred's trying to get there, like he's really trying, but it seems like every single thing keeps inconveniencing him. I wanted to talk about Roy's performance. I actually thought his guitar playing was pretty good, and I was really surprised until I looked him up and I realized, oh, he's a musician first. Bonnie had her own little skit, which is really good.
You from afar, if Gable is a glamorous.
And eventually, time is running out, and they're about to do the final performance. They got the big old cake out, and what do you know? Hey! Fred makes it in time. Falls first, but hey, he's here. And everyone gets to do this big last little ice skating dance, and it's all good. Fred doesn't actually get roasted at all. Jabberjaw gets roasted the whole time because Fred made it too late. Well, folks, that's all I really want to talk about regarding this special. And the reason being, I think you should go check it out yourself. I'm going to leave links down below for you guys to check it out. We are fortunately privileged enough to have people go out of their way to rip this from the VHS. So we're able to see it online. I want to hear what you guys think about this. As for me, I think this was super cool. Something like this would never be greenlit nowadays. Look at how animation is treated nowadays. Bye Bye Bunny got so far into production and you're telling me it just ended up getting cancelled? I didn't like all of the special skateboards, but there was definitely some good memorable moments like the 2D animation section, Jabberjaw yapping it up trying to be the star, and Roy playing that guitar, man. He is great. It also shows how much star power Hanna-Barbera characters had back in the day. It's pretty cool to know that this was such like a huge deal. It was on the newspaper, you had families actually watching this, and it actually didn't do too bad, so good job Hanna-Barbera, good job Walt. Again, I want to hear what you guys think. And I want to say thank you for being patient with me on my short hiatus. Well, folks, that's going to be the end of today's show. And I hope to see you guys all really soon.